I'm Chris Corrigan. I live on Bowen Island, British Columbia, Nuchlelachum in the Squamish language. And what we try and do in complexity is we try and create resilient systems. And this has a lot of tie into trauma-informed practice because resilient systems are systems that survive by being changed. Whereas on the other side, the complicated and clear sides, we try and create robust systems, which are systems that survive by not being changed. And it's really important. We don't want to create human beings that are so rigid that they oppose all change that happens to them. Because robust systems, while they're incredibly stable for long periods of time, when they change catastrophically. They break catastrophically. We often use the image of a seawall and a salt marsh, for example, in terms of like dealing with the ocean. Like a seawall is a robust, strong system. It will keep the sea at bay, but when it fails, everything gets flooded. Whereas a salt marsh, an estuary, manages flooding in a much more resilient way. It's able to absorb large amounts of water when there's flooding happening up in the ocean that protects the foreshore. And at other times it dries out when there's not that much of a threat and it creates a more stable barrier. But a salt marsh changes and shifts according to what's happening on the land and what's happening into the sea and becomes a resilient system. When we're working in complexity, we're going for resilience. We want people, communities, institutions that survive by being changed. Their core identity, the work that they're doing continues, but they respond to context around them and they're able to adjust as they go. And that makes systems change more manageable, to be honest. It doesn't make it slower necessarily. You can move in a very quick way by being agile and responsive and resilient, but it makes it less hard on clients, less hard on kids, less hard on families if we don't have to blow up an entire system and way of doing things in order to bring something new into being. If we can make the incremental changes by experimenting, learning about what's in the system, and then stabilizing our good findings, that way we can build systems that over time transform and change, but still provide a level of service to clients that doesn't let them down, that doesn't let them fall through the safety net. Which is, I think, really important because many people will experience trauma when systems collapse.